Yeah, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the IoT class. Right. In the last class, we have gone through first one activity, so that the upcoming top 10 projects in Google we have seen, and I have sent you the YouTube link also of that particular video, and I have told you that what is your opinion on 10 projects here to give. I think only six of them has been in a mail. They will get assignment marks. Really, each and every what thing that in a class I am doing, I will distribute every mark to that particular assignment. So I'm telling you, if you are delaying in sending that particular type of an assignments, it will be problem for our assignment marks. So meanwhile, you send a uh, activity assignment quick. Now, coming to the things, and later on we have gone with an unit 2 and the M2M towards IoT, a market prescriptive, which we have seen. So in that we started and we have gone with how a market analysis or a market implication will be there when you move from the M2M to an IoT solutions. Now again, we'll go with today's lesson. I'll share the PPT. Yeah. Now, yesterday, as we have discussed, so how increasing things will be there means in a global environmental sensor and monitoring market, how the sorry things will be valued. So you can say this it's gone up to the $11.1 billion in 2010, and in 2016 it has reached already 15.3 billion in a thing. So global market products with remotely censored data is predicted to reach in 2017 again 12.3 billion according to the research. But now actually if you see 2020, I will show that in a case study. In 2019, it has crossed even the $100 billion of an investment. So because of this, and then industrial automations also, they have planned about now taking all 50 billion devices into the one tree or one connection. So they have planned about that again $200 billion in 2015. Now it's gone double in this particular thing. Now, the information marketplaces, we had discussed how an information is very much important in M2M, how a boundaries will be there for an data or an information where a particular organization will utilize that particular information, starting from the production to the marketing and all. So then in IoT, it will be not like that. The IoT, the data will be there and it will be reused for different purposes. The same information will be reused for different informations due to the internet technology that also we had discussed. Now coming to this M2M solutions and whatever the internal marketplace is there, from there how a public IoT marketplace we can reach, that we are going to discuss. In global sense also, yesterday we had discussed the inputs and how a production manufacturer, any M2M you take into the consideration, the M2M the M2M will come into picture with this particular components. That is, the inputs is must and should be required for any industry to prepare one particular product. In yesterday class, we had discussed that the MTR sambar masala, how they will prepare for that inputs is well needed. Means they can't grow, they will purchase from a farmers. Then the production will be done. Means taking that into the consideration, a production should be done, and processing. This is another one very important after doing a production. How mixtures of that will be done, in what way the mixturing should be done to arrive at a sambar powder, and next the packing. So this is also very much important. So then distribution and marketing. So that we had discussed that will comes in a global value chains. Now coming to the M2M value chains. So here from here we should start our lesson. Now in a M2M value chains, inputs are the base raw ingredients that are turned into a product. Examples could be cocoa beans for the manufacture of a chocolate, or data from an M2M device that will be turned into a pieces of information. So both the ways you can consider. For example, we'll consider a chocolate factory itself. Assume to prepare a chocolate, the cocoa beans is well needed. So that will become a raw materials to purchase that. Then production and manufacture, what they will do in that particular thing. Production manufacture refers to the process that the raw inputs are put through to become a part of a value chain. For example, cocoa beans may be dried and separated before being transported to overseas market. Data from an just 1 minute.
Yeah. Principles
ಅದು ಶಶಿ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ. ಹೋಗಿರ್ಲಿ. Okay. Now coming to the production. Production manufacture refers to the process where you should take that cocoa beans itself. Now how the quality of a product is very much important. That depends on the raw materials. That is very much important. For example, assume a cocoa beans, how you are going to take cocoa beans into the consideration. For example, the dairy milk Cadbury's factory itself, we will take into the considerations. They will take a qualityized cocoa beans into the consideration. That way, the cost of that particular chocolate will be more compared to the other products, whatever is there in a market. So it depends. It depends on what a quality of a product you are going to prepare. Based on that, the choosing of a raw material is very much important. So here the raw material cocoa beans, first what they will do, they will take the proper beans into the consideration. They will take out all the unwanted beans and all. They will dry up and separate before transport to the overseas market. So that's the first thing. So then the data from an M2M solution meanwhile needs to be verified and tagged to the provenance. So whatever data is there about that, it should be taken into the consideration. Next, processing. What is this processing? Processing refers to the process whereby a product is prepared for sale. So that is called as a processing. Now the cocoa beans are ready to prepare the chocolate. Now cocoa beans may now be made into the cocoa powder ready for use in a chocolate bars. For an M2M solutions, this refers to the aggregation of multiple data sources to create an information component. Now, in two ways I am telling you. One is an information data concepts, and one is a chocolate concepts. So in first, what we will do, first we will take out a data from the sensors, whatever is there, we will take out a data, and which is a proper data, and what the accurate data will feel like that. We'll take that data into the considerations. After that will comes in a production. After taking that data into the considerations, this is the correct data. We feel like that, yes, this data is correct, and this data is errored data. We leave that particular data. So which is the right data, we'll take that. Afterwards, what we'll do a processing. Means from data, we'll prepare an information. So like how from a cocoa powder, cocoa beans, cocoa powder will be done, then chocolate bars will be prepared. After making an information, the decision making should be done. So that things will be there in a processing. Coming to the next, packing. So this is a very much important concept. What is this? Very clearly, I will tell you. So why packing is very much important. How they will buy this particular, means how a customer depends on the packing of that particular item. You can ask me the question, sir, why packing is so much important for a packing? Yes. For example, we'll take one example here. assume that I will take out a wrapper of the Dairy Milk chocolate, and no symbol of Dairy Milk will be there on that. I will keep the chocolate on one table, and the Dairy Milk packed one chocolate on a table. So which one you will prefer? Which one you will prefer? No name of dairy milk will be there on a chocolate. So a opened chocolate will be there, and a packed chocolate with a dairy milk wrapper, everything, whatever is in that will be there. Which one you will prefer? Students, which one you will prefer?
Packed one, sir.
Why packed
Packed one,
one?
sir.
Both are same chocolates. Both are prepared with same cocoa beans, qualitized cocoa beans, and everything is same. Why you are going for a packed one? What is the reason? What is the
Open
reason?
might not be
Huh?
open might not be safe. It might
Hmm.
it's like we'll
Hmm.
not get to know the brand or something. Or
Good.
will
Next. Any other answers? Any other answers?
We are practice to the
Hmm.
packed one, sir.
Very good. We are practiced to the packing one. I think in your words only, you can see how a packing is very much important here. See, the belief on a product will comes from the packing. So what I told you that if the same chocolate without the packing that has been kept, no one will take that particular chocolate. Because of the brand name and the packing, the assurance will come, and then the customer will move to purchase that particular product. So then you can observe that how the attraction can we can do using that particular packing. Even you can see the dairy milk itself. When you see the particular chocolate itself, some attraction is there. Now, meanwhile, when recently we have seen some Kannada is there on dairy milk chocolate. I think it will be sold only in Karnataka to make some utilize the sentiment of Kannadigas there. Maybe that's also my comes in a marketing strategies. So they have seen that means the Kannada one slogan is there on chocolate. Have seen. So that is there about a dairy milk. And like you take, for example, a chocolate bar would now be ready to eat and have a red wrapper with the words Kit Kat on it. For M2M solutions, the data will have to be combined with other information for internal cooperated databases. Coming to the information side, now information is ready with us in a previous step of processing. Now, what's the packing is needed for information? What we are having, we have to add up some other informations, whatever is there, and we have to make that information with one particular shape. So internal corporate databases will use and will shape that. For example, to see whether the data received requires any action, this data would be recognizable to the end users that need to use the information either in the form of visualization or on a Excel spreadsheet. So it depends. Now information is there with me. We have prepared our information. How to represent this information, how to pack this information. Using some tools, I will draw one picture. With that picture, I will give a visualization. That will be good to represent the information. No, just we'll give one type of a PDF file, let them read. No, we'll give in a form of an Excel spreadsheet. It depends on what information you are going to give to a customer. So this is a things which is needed. For example, if customer asks you like this, the comparative statement to purchase a mobile, assume of different brands within a cost of some 20,000 or 30,000. If they will ask you like that, so what actually, how will you give information from your database? this question arises. Assume you are having an app. What app it will do? It will takes the cost of all mobiles of the range of from 10,000 to 20,000, and it will compares with other means other things, and it will make a table and it will displays. So in this way only you have to represent a data. Otherwise, if you give a data in a mixed format, for example, brand will be somewhere else, cost will be somewhere else, where the customer can't read correctly, then you don't use your app. These things which plays a very much important role. For example, policy bazaar you take into the consideration. If I go to the policy bazaar, I want to make the two-wheeler insurance or a four-wheeler insurance, which company is better. Things will come up. If I go to the make a trip, flights cost and go. That if I go, then the flights, meanwhile, cost wise, it will. If I ask cost wise, it will displace from low to high as in a table. So where with the departure time and all, it will be displayed. Like a Excel sheet or like a spreadsheet, it will be displayed. Assume that it displays with a other format. It's not good. Now, as a computer science professionals, representation of a data or information what you are having, so that is a very much important. How you are attracting your customers through this particular information. Right. Coming to the next, distribution and marketing. Now, what is this distribution and marketing? This process refers to the channels to market for a product. For example, a chocolate bar may be sold at a supermarket, shop, or even online. So the M2M solution, however, will have produced an information product that can be used to create a new knowledge within a corporate environment. Corporate environment examples include more detailed scheduling of maintenance based on real world information, or improved product design due to feedback from the M2M solution. Now, coming to in general, we'll discuss on this. So, distribution and marketing, this is a major role. Assume that you are making on a new product. Just I'll tell you like this. When you make a new product, in a chocolate example only we'll consider. Cadbury's, it's there from the past years, it's there, and Dairy Milk, everyone we know, Kit Kat we know. This is there already in the market. Now I want to come with a new chocolate, and I want to introduce that new chocolate to a market. When even though you are having a better quality than a Cadbury's chocolate or a Kit Kat, and it's good, and packing it's also good, then how you are competing with this particular companies who are there already in a market. So for that you need the marketing strategies. Distribution strategies should also be there. How? For example, you take a Love It chocolate. Now, Love It chocolate. You know Love It chocolate? You know? You know? Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Anybody? Students?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Students? Girls? Love It ತಿಂದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್? ತಿಂದಿಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ? How many of you seen that chocolate at least? Love It.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, recently it has been introduced to the market. Now, how they are competing with this particular giant companies with their advertising concept, maybe a digital marketing way, how they are doing, and in online posters, and the cost fight also will be taken. Cost is also somewhat it's same as Dairy Milk only. If you see in a market, if you are not purchased, you purchase and see, it will be same as if the same cost will be there almost all. But even though the fight in a market is there. Now coming to the information side, so how you are going to market this type of informations? For example, assume many apps or many information providing websites will be there of that particular type. For example, weather based on a weather forecasting, you have did one project and you are presenting an information. Assume just for a sake, I'm telling air pollution. Somebody you are doing a project. So water quality projects you are doing. How you are representing your information, one thing, and how you are marketing that particular information. Yes, we are having so and so app, and if you use our product, these are the benefits you are going to get. How will you market that particular product, especially coming to the information systems? So that will comes under M2M value chains. So in a M2M value chains, now finally, what is the thing here you should know from an input to the distribution or a marketing, how a process will comes into the picture. And finally, how required one thing very clearly, I will tell you, whatever you are preparing, it's not for you. You must keep in your mind always. This is very much important. See, if I'm preparing for myself, ನಾನೇ ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಉಪ್ಪಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಸರಿ, ನಾನು ಉಪ್ಪಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನೇ ತಿನ್ನೋದಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಉಪ್ಪು ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಖಾರ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಿನ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡಿರೋನು ನಾವೇ. ಅದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಿಸ್ಸಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಉಪ್ಪಿಲ್ದೇನ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಿಸ್ಸಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಉಪ್ಪಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಹೌ then I don't consider that. Then I will tell, hey, what is this? You are made like this. I don't eat this. I don't accept this. So if she prepares, then I'm making, if some error is there in that, no salt, something, no kara is there in that, then I will tell, no, I don't accept this. I don't eat. It's nothing is there. You prepare another one. But if I prepare myself, I have to. But keep in your mind always, as a computer professionalist and as an industrialist, they are not making a product for them. They are making a product for a customers. So how to satisfy the customers? How to satisfy the customer who doesn't know about our product? This is very much damn important. For example, many agricultural solution projects you are doing, and you can see there last time, if you go and if you type in a Google Raita Bandhu, our paper will come. You can check it out. With there, we have created one forum. You believe or not, we compared that Raita Bandhu app with n number of other apps. And we have made somewhat different of this particular app. Why? Because the customer has to accept that. If customer doesn't accept, when he accepts that, if my particular information providing app is better than others, so how innovatively you should think. Market is already filled with many apps, and almost all they are covering. Where is your existence? Then if you think innovatively, if you think individually, if you think a better way to reach a customer, then definitely company will hire you. So this you should understand very importantly. You may know Python, you may know data science, how to do, you may know you are very good in a technical aspects and all, but you are not good in this type of thinking. Company doesn't want you. Which type of persons company wants? You believe or not, the company wants the innovative thinking persons. Why? Because the next thing is there, or a company wants the transformations mainly in a technology and all. So that for that you have to fit. That is very much important. Any doubts are there? You can ask now. Any doubts on this? Any doubts? Any doubts?
Sir.
Right. Right, we'll move with other one. IoT value chains. Now M2M we have seen a value chain. In that you have seen the boundary. What is the boundary? From raw materials to the finished product, how we'll move, how we'll do the marketing. It will be there only with one particular ABC company or XYZ company. That's it. And it's not, it will be not taken into the other fields, especially when you go with an individual products. Meanwhile, the move towards IoT from a value creation perspective comes with the desire to make some of the data from sensors publicly available as a part of an information marketplace, or the other data exchange that allows the data to be used by a broader range of actors. This is very much important, which you should know. What is this border range? See, this is one thing which I can say, information marketplace, other data exchange that allows the data. This is the one. And then the range of actors other than a border range of actors. So this is important. My information what I have created, some border range of actors are there. For them, if I modify somewhat like this, I can give to them. So where that actors will be useful with that particular information. And the same information, if I modify in other way, I can give to other person as an information where I can do the business. This type of a data exchange will be possible in a IoT solutions. Just the company that system was originally designed for. It should be noted such a marketplace could still be internal to a company or strictly protected between the value chains. First, you should decide how you are going to do. For example, now come to one particular example, I will tell you. My product is there, that air pollution product. We'll take that. My air pollution product is there. Whatever sensors I have adapted in a different areas of a Bangalore, from that I am getting an information, and that information has been stored in a cloud. And that cloud, whatever information I have stored, that I'm going to use for my project. What is the objective of my project? My objective of my project is very clear. Every 1 month or every 3 months once, I will take out the data according to the nodes in different areas, and I will analyze on which particular factor the air pollution is occurring, and I am intimating that to the pollution center. So this is an objective of my particular project. Clear. How you are going to do? The process is very simple. You will use some machine learning algorithms. For 1 month, this particular out of 6 parameters, this particular parameter or these 2 parameters or these 3 parameters is varying in lot of way. So if you predict for another 3 months or 6 months, what will be the situation? So that data you are going to give purely, it's clear. Now, whatever a data is there in a cloud, for example, and the next question I will ask you like this. How many areas will be in a Bangalore will be affected by the carbon footprints? One company will ask you, for example, ABC hospitals will ask you, sir, anyway, you did this particular project, they will ask you. Then what you have to do, you will put a boundary line for that. You don't give any of your information, whatever is there in a cloud. What is the requirement of them? For that, you will put a query. Based on that particular query, you can extract the data and you will give. For example, if you give access to that particular company to take a data, then you will restrict them to take only this type of data, not all else other data. So that is very much important here. So how this thing will be taken into the consideration? For example, only carbon footprints wherever it's coming, in which areas it's coming, I want that. They may ask you that. Also, they will take out that. After taking out that particular thing, So they will come to know that in Bangalore, how many areas due to carbon footprints it will be affected, and what level of the effect means will be there in coming the next 6 months. So due to this, they will do that analysis. Due to this, how many surrounding members will lead to the other means will lead to the infection or allergics. So it comes, it's entirely different thing. Now see, what is your project and where data is going? So this is a very important thing. If you doesn't keep a data in a cloud, assume just for a second. If you doesn't keep a data in a cloud, assume, and you are doing only for a M2M type of a project where it will sense and it will give a report to one particular server or a laptop, and it will be restricted there only in that particular area. But it's not restricted now; it is open. One thing. Coming to next thing, the same project, if you consider, the traffic policeman will come and ask for a pollution board. You have given a complaint like this in so and so areas of Bangalore, carbon due to in circles of this due to carbon footprints, the thing is there. Meanwhile, the pollution board has suggested that given a letter or a complaint to the traffic fellows that due to in this particular area, due to vehicles, carbon footprints is there. Then what they will come and ask you, sir, to control the traffic, can you give the information in which time on the day the carbon footprints will be more? Can you give that information? They will ask you. So how now this is different. Now what you have to do? You have to what information you have to dig here? You have to dig information like this. Time you have to consider now. Until here I never talked about the time. Now here what you have to do? You have to consider a time. Just 1 minute. Right. Now I can say like this: strictly protected between the value chains of several companies. Now coming to our example back. So how? So we will take out information from there. So now you will consider a time. Every day, time you are going to consider. At this particular time, what is the carbon footprint? How it is going to increase? So in a morning and in a evening, it will be huge. So we will tell it is huge in this particular morning and evening, especially in this particular location. Now they will take care of that, what to do for that. Like this, one information for several things you can extract and you can give. For example, they will pollution board. You will tell like this: due to the methane and the ethanol gases, the air pollution will occur in a dump wherever the garbage they are dumping on that particular area because of that particular thing. So this methane gas and the coming out due to the methane gas, so problem will be there in a dump yards, wherever the waste they are putting in that particular area, so they can what happens there. So you will give a report, you will analyze, and in coming 6 months, this is the objective of your thing. Then what they will tell, they will tell a BBMP and like that. So how you can control this? To control that particular thing, what steps should be taken? Now BBMP will come and they will ask you that can you give the thing that how much of the quantity of the methane is coming out every day, and how the in which areas the methane gas is coming out like that. So they can ask you in a different questions. That will be taken into the consideration. Now, this can initially make the value chain of an IoT solution like this, whatever you prepare in a cloud, significantly more complex than one for a traditional product such as a chocolate, but the principles remain the same. So you can take like this. More, whatever traditional products is there, for example, empty or sambar masala you have to prepare. For that, IoT may not be needed in that sense. Means purely it is their formula and all they will keep. Chocolate and all they'll keep. But when the complex things is needed, what example I told you now, for that it is needed. Just think like this. I'll tell you another one particular example, which we are doing on means which we are doing a project on that. How to take the agricultural things into the considerations. As I told you that, for example, I have told you that. Raita Bandhu app is there. What is the app it is going to do? I will share a paper also if you want. What is the app it's going to do? Very simple. The output of an app will be like this. There will be four actors. The four actors are farmer and the agricultural expert, and then the another one is a banker. These three with the actors will be there. Yeah, maybe three actors. One is a farmer, one is an agricultural expert from agricultural university, another one is a banker. Yes, these three actors are there. Meanwhile, very simple, I'll tell you. See how a data can be taken in different way. What is the objective here? We want to help a farmer. Stating like this, a farmer has to what he has to do. He has to register in a app stating like that how much acres he is having, how much wetland and how much dry land he is having. So he will enter the location also will take automatically from that particular thing. Which area is having that particular survey number will take. Assume just for a sake, I'll take survey number will take. Based on a survey number, we'll track the location. It's a easy thing. We can track it. One thing. Coming to the next, agricultural expert. What is this agricultural expert? He will be from agricultural university who has did BSCAG or an MSCAG as expert to give a suggestions on growing of crops. Next, bankers. Bankers is a one different banks where they can give the loans for crops. So these three actors will be there in a Raita Bandhu. What the forum will do here? First, the farmer what he will tell. He will put like this. I want to grow so and so. Crop, for example, tomatoes. I want to grow a tomato in this particular soil. The soil test report is so and so. So tell me what I should grow, either tomato or beans, what I should grow. First step. This is the first step farmer will ask. So how you will ask the farmer, this is very much important. You should know this. You will take out a photo of that soil test report, whatever is given by the local place there in a taluk agricultural office or something like that, where a device is there. His soil has been tested, and you will take that photo and you will send. You have to take out the information from that image. Underline what? Underline this. This project will do that. Means you have to take out the text image from text information from a image what he has sent, and that you should create a CSV file. You should put how much nitrogen content is there, how much is there according to the farmer identity, how much is there. That information will be sent to the agricultural expert. What agricultural expert will do? Again, he will give information like this. Based on this entire nutrients, whatever is in the soil and all, these are all the agricultural things which you can, means crops which you can grow. He will suggest, for example, tomato, beans, whatever may be that, he will suggest. Once it has been suggested, so it will be taken that suggestion. Now again, what are this banker will do? Again, farmer will decide, for example, assume I want to grow a tomato, right? So he will enter, I want to grow a tomato. Now, the expenditure to grow this particular entire product will be 1,50,000 for the seeds and pesticides and all this much will be there. He will put, I want 1,50,000 of a loan. Now, what a banker will do, banker, he will see the survey number, everything, all details is there, back details is there in our cloud already. So they will see all this particular details and all, and based on that area, based on that location, based on a crop, how much loan he can give. For example, he will tell, I will give some 75,000. So other banker will tell he will give 1 lakh. Like that, it will be there. So now a farmer can choose. Everything will be displayed in a forum that have. So farmer can choose. Yes, so and so banker is giving this much uh, amount. For example, 1 lakh, which is a more. No one has quoted that, so you will take that, and he will start growing that tomato. Assume, for example, I'm telling. Now it started to grow. A plant will grow. Now a role of the pest will be played until a crop will come into the hands of a farmer. Now, what is this? A different types of pests will attack those who are doing agriculture solutions. For them, also, it will be very useful. So, it will be attacked. So, what they would do this means whenever a farmer feels like this, there is some insects or some problem is there in one particular plant, he will go and he will take a clear picture of that particular plant and he will post that in a forum. Now, what agriculture expert has to do, he has to see that particular type of an problem in that plant, and he should suggest which type of an pesticide should be used. Pest control should be used with what amount of water, how a mixture should be done for these many acres. So how it should be sprayed on that particular plants. So this will be given by agricultural expert. So what is the advantage here? Usually in a manual thing, what happens when something of this will occur, the farmer directly goes to the fertilizer shops and he will ask, so and so problem is there for me. I want pesticide, pest control for that. So definitely the fertilizer fellow who is at the means the shop fellow who is there, he will give a product which he will get more profit. Usually, is business. He is a businessman. So whether it will works or not, how the farmer will comes to know that after spraying on that everything, he will comes to know. Then he will tell ಹೋಗ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಹುಳ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಈ ಸಲ ಇದು ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಇದು ಹೊಡೀರಿ like this it will be not a perfect solution. Now, an agriculture expert gives this, so many, not only a single agricultural expert will be there, many experts will be there, whichever is the best one, they can choose that and they can grow. After growing this, everything, crop will come into the hands of the farm. Now, background of the story, I will tell you. Now, what is the background of the story? I want to tell you very simple. Now, if I ask you like this, in one particular, assume your app is spread out entire Karnataka and it is there, it's working. Just assume, just for a sake. And I will ask you, in one particular area of how many hectares tomato they are growing? If I ask you, I told a single farmer story now. You are getting, our app is meant for that. Farmer in his mind will come. Now, if I ask you this, information is there in a cloud. Like that, how many farmers are there? So in particular location, if you take, for example, assume one entire Chikballapur area, if I tell, for example, Bangalore rural, if I tell you, in a Bangalore, entire Bangalore rural, you will take out that farmers survey numbers, what it will come. In that entire survey numbers, you will take out who are those farmers who are registered under you. And in that, you will predict and you will tell, sir, around some 100 acres they are going to grow a tomato, and another 4 to 5 months the tomato yield will come. Now, in another 4 to 5 months, this much amount of is coming from that area. If you see in entire Karnataka and all, how much will come? How many consumers are there? Either it will become more or either it will become less. So how can you predict the cost of that? If the same situation has occurred in the market, for example, assume different APMC ads information also, if I get, for example, I'm telling, I can analyze in a past year or in a past months, if this much of tomato yield is coming out in a Karnataka, the cost is this much. Why? Because it's already recorded. Well, for example, assume it's very less, it's loss for a farmers. Then what to do? So you can suggest in which particular areas the cold storage is needed. Again, you can check when it is more enough background information like this. See, once if you store this type of informations, you can help a lot of farmers in different ways. This project, if you do correctly in all the ways, in a market side and in this particular way, and if you analyze, if you predict, then you can keep the equilibrium cost for a product where farmer will not lose, is its cost will not be less, he will not be under loss, even a purchaser will not be under loss. For this information is very much important. What, how you are storing in a cloud, how you are extracting the information and all. This is the best IoT project which you can take into the considerations. Like this, the information, why I'm giving this type of an example, you can see now how in a background, how much yield of tomato is coming, how much yield, how much consumption is there, everything you can analyze easily. Just with one particular app, what you are going to prepare. These things will place a very much role in a IoT value chains. Anybody interested or doing this type of projects, please come to me. I'm also working on this. Still, I'm working from last 1 year. I'm working on this particular thing. It's not up to the mark we have did whatever we have did now. Your seniors has did really they have did good, and we have published paper also on that. But still we need a tinkering, we need improvement in that side of a fields. And if you are interested to do these type of projects, always you are welcome. I will guide you how to do these type of projects, module wise, part wise you can take and you can do. And one of the best projects which we can show to the world, which helps the farmers. Coming to the next thing, the IoT value chains, how it is going to work. This module we'll discuss in next class. So meanwhile, I will give you the quiz questions. You answer that particular quiz questions, and meanwhile I'll take a attendance also. Just I'll stop this. Right. Now, before going, just one question for you. What about the example I told now? How many are felt it's good, interested, or how many are telling, sir, no, it's not a good project? How many are feeling it's good? Not even one or two? Gunashekar, good, sir.
Yes, sir. Good. Yes.
Good. Correct now? Then, anybody else? Anybody else? Amit? Next. Tejaswini? Right. Sridhar? Right. So these type of projects where you are, see how many things you will adapt in that, no? You are adapting app development one process and then a machine learning also in that. So which will be very useful for you if you do that type of projects. Okay, you think on this first. Later on you can come. In a 6 sem you can do, or even now itself you can start, or you can end up in a 6 sem. It's somewhat a huge project also. It will be very good if you do that. Right. Uh, Now, just I'll share that link. 1 minute. Right. Just 1 minute. Now it's correct. Settings. Right. Save. Send. Sure. You are right. Control C. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Any problem is there in forum? You can tell me. Just it's a quiz. You can do it. I think. Meanwhile, I'll take attendance. Aditya. Aditya.
Yes, sir.
Right. Ajay.
Yes, sir.
Amit. Amit. Amit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Another one question for you. How many are, Amit, mute it? Yeah, how many are gone for a Capgemini company? You are allowed? Any MCA students?
2 people,
You
sir.
got, huh?
Yes,
Two
sir.
people.
ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ ಅಪೂರ್ವ
ಇಬ್ರು ಜನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್.
ಗೊತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮವ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ
ಇಬ್ರು
Ibru, sir.
ಯಾರು
ಅಪೂರ್ವ and ಉಮೇಹನಿ.
ನೈನಾ ಯು
Sir, no, sir. Apurva and Humayani.
ಅಪೂರ್ವ ಅಂಡ್
Humayani.
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ನೀನ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡು ನೈನಾ ನೈನಾ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡು ಅಪೂರ್ವ
ಅಪೂರ್ವ and
Yes, sir.
ಉಮೇಹನಿ ಸರ್.
ಯಾರು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಯಾರು
ಉಮೇಹನಿ.
ಅನೀನಾ
Yes, sir.
ಉಮಾನಿ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಕಂಗ್ರಾಚುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಮಾ ಕಂಗ್ರಾಚುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್
Thank you, sir.
ಬೋತ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಸ್ವೀಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Congrats. And it's an opening for MCA. It's good. Remaining students, don't worry. You will also be placed. Don't be nervous. Be cool. Definitely, you go through the interviews. Prepare well. Definitely, you will be placed. Okay. And 116 they have placed from BMS. Really, it's very good. BMSIT especially. Good. It's a good news. Now, Antima.
Present, sir.
Apurva.
Present, sir.
Ashwini. Illa. Bindu.
Yes, sir.
Divyesh.
Sir.
Gaurish. ಇವ್ನಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆಯೋ ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಗೌರೀಶ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಇವನು ಗೌತಮಿ
Yes, sir.
ಗುಣಶೇಖರ್
Yes, sir.
ಹರಿಣಿ ಹರಿಣಿ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೇನಿ ಸಾರ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಹರಿಣಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸೂರ್ಯ
Present, sir.
ಎದ್ದಿದೆಯೇನೋ
Sir.
ನೈನಾ
Present, sir.
ಇಲ್ಲ ನಜ್ಮಾ
Present, sir.
ನಿಧಿ ನಿಧಿ
Present, sir.
ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಅಂತೀಯಾ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿ ಪ್ರೀತಿ
Present, sir.
ರಾಜೇಶ್
Present, sir.
ಸಹದೇವ್ ರಾಜೇಶ್
Yes, sir.
Rajesh, you also think about that project.
Sure, sir.
Okay. ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಇರಬೇಕು. ರೈಟ್, ಆರ್ ಯು ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sir. I'll look into it.
सहदेव वो नहीं है सहदेव?
No, sir. He's not here.
Yeah. Saket,
Present, sir.
Saket, you also think that how you can extract the data from an image and how you can make a CSV file. Saket.
Okay, sir.
Santosh,
Yes, sir.
Seema,
Yes, sir.
Sinchana,
Yes, sir.
Spurti, ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ? ಶಶಾಂಕ್,
Present, sir.
ನೀನು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ.
Okay, sir.
ವರ್ಷ,
Yes, sir.
ಯಶಸ್ವಿನಿ, ಯಶಸ್ವಿನಿ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಅಮೃತ,
Present, sir.
ನಿನ್ನೆ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಮೃತ.
Yeah, sir, network issue.
Present, sir.
ಅಪೂರ್ವ,
Present, sir.
ಅಪೂರ್ವ.
Present, sir.
ಸಾಯಿ ಸಿದ್ಧಾರ್ಥ್,
Yes, sir.
ಚೇತನ,
Present, sir.
ಕಾವ್ಯ,
Present, sir.
ಮಧುಶ್ರೀ,
Present, sir.
ಮನೀಶ್,
Present, sir.
ಮನೀಶ್,
Present, sir.
you also think?
Yes, sir.
And
Hello,
Sarfaraj,
Present, sir.
you also
Present, sir.
Sarfaraj. What's the
What, sir?
concept I told? You think on that also.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Murugesh,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Present, sir.
you also Murugesh. ನೀನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋ
Okay, sir.
ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್. ಮಣಿ,
Okay.
ಮಣಿ ಇವನ್ಗೇನಾಗಿದೆ ಮಣಿಗೆ? ಪರೇಶ್,
Present, sir.
ಪೂಜಾ,
Present, sir.
ಪ್ರಶಾಂತ್,
Present, sir.
ಪ್ರತಿಭಾ,
Present, sir.
ಪ್ರತೀಕ್.
Present, sir.
ಪ್ರತೀಕ್ ಎರಡೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ಯಾ? ಪ್ರತೀಕ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ನಿನಗೆ? ಹಲೋ ಪ್ರತೀಕ್, ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಟು ಯು?
ಸರ್ ಮನೆಗೆ
ಹಾ.
ಬಿಸಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ನಡೀತಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡಿ.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಈಗ
ಇಸ್ ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಯು ಅಟೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ 9?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್, ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಇಯರ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬಿ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್.
Yes, sir.
ಸಾಧನಾ, ಶಶಾಂಕ್, ಶಶಾಂಕ್, ಓಯ್ ಶಶಾಂಕ್ ಎದ್ದಿರಲ್ಲ ಇವನು, ಎದ್ದಿಲ್ವಾ ಇವನು? ಶಶಾಂಕ್
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ.
ಅವನು ಎದ್ದಿರಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡು, ಸೋಂಬೇರಿ ಅವನು. ಈಗ ಬಂದ
ಎದ್ದೇಳೋದು
ಆ
ಅವ್ನ್ ಬೇಗ ಎದ್ದೇಳೋದು.
ಶಶಾಂಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ?
ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿದ್ದ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ಇದ್ನ
ಹಾ ಇದ್ದ ಸರ್.
ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ,
ಹಲೋ ಸರ್, ಹಲೋ ಸರ್, ಹಲೋ ಸರ್, ಹಲೋ.
Present, sir.
ಆಯ್ತು ಹಾಕಿದೀನಿ ಬಿಡು. ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅಮ್ಮ.
Yes, sir.
ಶ್ರೀಧರ್
ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್.
ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ತನೋಜ್,
Present, sir.
ತೇಜಸ್ವಿನಿ,
Present, sir.
ನೀನು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತೇಜಸ್ವಿನಿ, ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ದೆನ್ ಹನಿ,
Present, sir.
ಆಶೇಷ್.
Present, sir.
ఏమైంది నీకు? లాస్ట్ 2 classes you have not attended.
Sir, I have attended, sir. Oh, I have not attended for only one class, sir, last class.
10th and 11th రెండు దినాలు అటెండ్ చేయలే ఆశేష్ నువ్వు?
సార్ ఒక్క క్లాసే సార్ నేను మిస్ అయింది.
ఎప్పుడు? నిన్న?
ఎస్ సార్. మొన్న వచ్చినాను సార్ నేను.
నువ్వు అటెండెన్స్ చెప్పలేదేమన్నా?
తెలియదు సార్, నేను వచ్చినాను సార్, చెప్పినాను సార్ మీకు.
ಓಕೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾ
Present, sir.
ವಿಶಾಲ್
ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್.
ಅರಣಿ ಇವಾಗ ಬಂದ ನೀನು ಅರಣಿ
ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಸರ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಂದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಮೈಕ್ ಇವಾಗ ಇದಾಯ್ತು ಸರ್.
Sir, 34, sir, present Yashaswini.
ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ಇರು. ಯಶಸ್ವಿನಿ
Sir,
ನೀನು
present, sir.
ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟಾ?
Yes, sir.
ಸರಿ ಅಮ್ಮ.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much everyone. Okay, have a nice day.